Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. Hayakallah, Sheikh. My name is Mustafa Shehu. I am the State Project Coordinator for Adolescent Girls Initiative for Learning and Empowerment and the founder of Ideas and Data Global Academy. Yeah, Sheikh, actually I testified because February last year, Don Cabell mentioned your name when I was opportune to be part of the leading change at the London Business School. He saw me listening to your live preaching on Friday through the channel you are using, and he asked me, do you know Pantami? I said yes. He said he's one of the best participants we ever had at the London Business School.
Thank you.
I testify to this, sir.
I am honored.
Thank you very much, sir. Sir, you mentioned something in your speech, and you said you moved from 39 million to 100 million entries in the NIMSI. And I read in one of your Twitter posts somewhere earlier this year that during your stewardship, you were able to ensure that each and every SIM card can be tracked wherever it is for whatever purpose it is being used. Are you happy to tell us why we are in a situation where people are kidnapped? The same SIM card are being used, but it is not being tracked as adequately as possible. But if you make a mistake, of insulting a politician with the same SIM card in less than 24 hours, you will be facing a challenge. Thank you very much, sir.
Brother Mustafa, thank you for conveying the message to me, and secondly for throwing a challenging question to me as well. As I earlier mentioned in my presentation about communication skills, today, in and outside office, we are stakeholders in Nigeria. And it is our collective responsibility to support people in government to make Nigeria a better place for all. That is why we are here in Katsina to support the governor, our friend and colleague in academia, and in different states we go in order to support them, because the project is for all of us. Furthermore, I'm not interested in becoming a critic. I am more interested in becoming a problem. Sometimes when there is a change of government, people use the opportunity to compromise. That is what brought about the new debt, not because it was inherited, but it was compromised when we left. Furthermore, the reason why we insisted while in office is the fact that if your NIN is linked to a sink, it will guide us to know your identity in person. However, criminals, when they kidnap an innocent citizen, they use his telephone number to make phone calls and negotiate for ransom. In that regard, the identity will not be useful, because the identity of the kidnap is the one that will appear in the database. However, with the new modern gadgets and facilities we deployed in 2022, and even some in early 2023, there is no single phone call in Nigeria that will come through our telecommunication network without tracing the location of the caller. Even if his identity is not known, because he is using the SIM of the kidnap, definitely his location is known. If I make a phone call using Ahmed Adamu's phone from here, the database will definitely indicate that the SIM is for him. Even if he's not the one making the call is coming from an area that could not be more than 20 square meters. In some situations, not more than 50 square meters. So even if it is a phone call, you will be able to narrow the location to not more than 2 or 3 houses within the neighborhood. And if there is a searching, you will be able to trace who is making the call. Even if it's the kidnapper, you will be able to intercept him. But unfortunately, I don't know. Wallahi al-Azim, I admire the effort of our security institutions. particularly the intelligence institutions like DSS and NIA. I commend their effort because they usually intercept intelligence. But intercepting intelligence is one thing. Acting on it is another thing. Most of the setbacks we are having is not about intelligence gathering. It is about utilizing the intelligence to take action. Furthermore, based on experience, with what I did in NIMS of increasing salary, let me give you an example. Government is spending huge amount of money in security. Unfortunately, insignificant percentage is the one that is reaching our security officers that are in the battlefield. More than 90% is on top. Very insignificant is reaching them. You ask a soldier to go and fight kidnappers or terrorists. If he dies today, his entire death benefit is less than 10 million naira. And he has 10 children at home. Who can sacrifice his life for 10 million naira? Wallahi, in some situations, they are getting less than 2 million naira as the death benefit. No any diya, no any compensation. If he dies, nobody will take care of his family. The system is not effective to take care of his family. Who is willing to go and sacrifice his life while his children will also be out of school because of that sacrifice? We must work on this.